Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the first part of this Let's Play Bannerlord. It's been a while. I can't remember what happened to our old Bannerlord playthroughs. I think they just kind of fizzled out, and when I didn't have a lot of time, I forgot to do them, and then that led to me forgetting to do them next time, and they just sort of got forgotten about. But yeah, let's jump back in. There's been quite a lot of updates that I've not been keeping up to date with, so to be honest, I don't really know what's changed since we last played. I know there's been 2 or 3 updates, but I'm quite excited to get in and play. I'm going to play my normal way, which is sort of like role-playing, but without actual me physically role-playing. Like, we're just making our choices based on what we think our character would do, kind of thing. And having a sort of narrative for our character in our head. So we're not like role-playing like a D&D role-playing where like you act out your character's words and stuff like that. I mean more like role-playing as in like, I think this guy, I think he'd do this and I think he'd do that. And we're also going to be making narrative choices for like the units we recruit and stuff like that. For example, one of the things, if you watch my other Let's Plays of this game, we often did is we didn't recruit troops I don't feel like our character would have access to. So early game, what that often means is we're not going to be recruiting like the noble troops, you know, like those longbowmen for the Battanians, or like the young knights for the other factions. We're not going to be recruiting them until I feel like narratively we could be able to recruit them. So like obviously young noblemen aren't going to go, oh, look, a wandering mercenary, or a like wandering peasant with a group of 5 peasants in tow. That's the guy I'm gonna join. Like, you know what I mean? They just wouldn't. It wouldn't work like that. And again, if we go to like a big city and we see like elite infantry and archers and stuff like that, and we're just at the start of the game, like I won't be recruiting them. Like, even though they'd be towards the end of the recruitment part, we probably wouldn't have the rep to recruit them anyway. If I did have access to them, I wouldn't be recruiting, because what guy in their right mind is like, I'm an elite military soldier. This young mercenary who doesn't have a battle to his name, I'm joining him instead of my state army. Like, it's, yeah. So there will be making narrative choices like that as well, just to let everyone be informed. That will make the game harder in some ways and not really make much of a difference in others. So just letting that out there, because there was quite a few people confused in one of my other Let's Plays. There was a couple of people that were angry, like, oh, you had access to these troops and you didn't use them, you could have won that battle if you just used these ones and all that. So I was like, no, it was narrative choices. So yeah, I've rambled way too much and we've not been playing the game, so let's get in there and play the game. I just wanted to get that sort of disclaimer out of the way. Yeah, if that sort of makes sense. Just to nip it in the bud, anyone that would complain for reasons like that.
For 500 years, the Calradian Empire dominated the continent. Its armies scattered foes before them. The strongholds of proud tribes crumbled beneath its engines of war. From the forests of the north to the wastes of the south, all was brought beneath the standard of their legions. Brutal as the conquest was, the wise agreed that it brought peace. The land, now untroubled by armies, grew rich, but empires, like men, grow old. Leaders lose a common cause. Corruption spreads. Old enemies learn the Empire's tricks and devise new ones of their own. Until one day, the bonds holding the Empire snap. Then comes the Civil War, pitting all against all. A time of hatred. A time of suffering. But also, even in the worst hours, a time of courage and defiance. As new leaders arise, from new places and new peoples, to turn back the tides of destruction and bring forth a new world from the ashes of the old.
Right, time for character creation. Now, I've been trying to think a lot of what I want this character to be, and I'm trying to remember what we've already done in Let's Plays. We've already done a mercenary, we've already done a wannabe knight as a star, and we've already done a trader. And they sort of feel like the three main ways I can think of. This was blacksmith, you could maybe one... But blacksmith feels like more as like it's a side thing you can do in this game. I wonder if they've developed that anymore since our last play, because that'd be interesting to do. I don't think we did that in any of the Let's Plays. We may take a look at blacksmithing at some point. But I think our first one was our first Let's Play, not a knight, and then our second one was a merc, and then our third one was the trader. But I think we're going to do mercenary again. Because the knight works really well if you're planning to be a Valandian culture, or I suppose Empire culture. Like, but I feel like we're just going to be pure merc. Which we did. We did a Valandian, we did an Empire, which was our merc one, and we did an Azari, which was our trader. I feel like we're going to try and just be more like a wandering merc this time. Not have any one faction we're like fighting for in particular. Just sort of see where the game takes us. If one faction's always being helpful to us, or we've got really good relations, we may start fighting for them more. But we're just going to be a pure merc for now. And that's going to be our start. And character-wise, I think we're going to try and just be a skilled fighter. So, if you know Warhammer... Think of like an orc. They're sort of good at fighting and is good at understanding what's going on around the battlefield enough to be good at fighting, but they're not like great strategists. They're just really good at fighting. And they understand it sort of in a sort of very basic way that they know how to be effective at fighting, but not to like a strategic level. It's hard to describe, but if you sort of understand what I mean. So if you think of like a good mercenary captain, like in your mind what that would mean, they wouldn't mean they're a great strategist, but they would know how to effectively fight and how to effectively use the stuff at their disposal, which sort of makes them a good strategist, but not in the sort of way we think of strategists, if you know what I mean. So that's the sort of character I'm thinking about building here. And you know what? Narratively, I think coming from Stygian background would sort of suit that quite well. Recruiting and upkeeping infantry troops are 25% cheaper. Armies lose 20% daily, less daily cohesion. 20% more relationships penalty from the kingdom decisions. Yeah, that doesn't seem like bad. Obviously, some of these are better than others, but that one actually seems quite good. The recruiting and upgrading infantry 25% cheaper. Then again, it's not really the recruiting and upkeep, upgrading costs that are expensive. It's the upkeep that's the problem when it comes to troops. It's having your daily income better than your daily expenditure. And so yeah, it's not the one-off payments that has me worried, because you can make money by doing stuff and yeah, like battles and selling all the sweet loot from the battle. But yeah, armies lose 20% less daily cohesion. That actually seems quite useful for the later game. When, well, not later game, sort of mid-game, if we're part of a faction and we've got a large army, not having to spend all my influence and just stopping the army from disbanding would be quite useful. And yeah, negative debuff. So yeah, we've not done a Stygian. We'll do a Stygian background. At least I don't think we've done a Stygian. I think we've done... Our trader was female, wasn't they? Weren't they? I can't remember who our merc was. I think our merc was male. And I think our knight was male too. So let's maybe do another female. So then that keeps it 50-50. We'll make them... build. Make them look, because they're going to be like good at fighting.
Let us up!
Yeah, deeper voice.
Glory! Stand fast! Get back! Move with them!
Do voice 1.
Die!
If I hit randomize, it was going to change it, so I suppose it would be quickly to reset. Let's do randomize all till I feel like I've got sun. Oh, maybe change the hair. Nah, I'll randomize it. Oh, doing it too fast. There was a couple there was one that looked good there. I'm too lazy to do all this, which is why I'm just hitting randomize. I might end up taking longer doing it this way. I like the scar. Maybe we'll change the hair. Want them to look athletic. Maybe not quite as... yeah, it's a bit easier to see like that, what they'll look like. Right. Let's see now. Have a more warrior style looking hair. Is this all the hair? This is all the hairs. I think this might be the best one, but her face looks a wee bit too soft to go with that hair, but... Is there an age? Because that would one way to make her face look a wee bit harsher. I said I didn't want to get all fiddly with this stuff. Face ratio, width, eye shape, eye size, face asymmetry. That helps a wee bit. Whoa, whoa. Maybe if we make it a bit more angular. I have really no idea what I'm doing with all this stuff. I'm likely just to make it look stupid. I think we'll just leave it at that. The scar will have to make it aggressive enough. Yeah, the scar's nice. I don't think that's changing anything. Right, that's enough of that. Let's hit next. And let's decide our background. Oh, I hadn't thought about this, so let's think of what would make sense. Right, so maybe we came from a sort of almost noble background, but we were really interested in fighting and that sort of stuff, and maybe that's the reason we went into the merc life, because of they were a bit more snobby with us being feminine, a female. So they're like, you're not going to be leading armies, it's your job to have babies. And so, yeah, like, we're like, no, we're going to be fighting one way or another. So I think that would be like a good story for our sort of origin, as well as obviously the stuff that will be going on here. You were born into a family of a boyar's companions. Your father's a member of a boyar's the companion. Retinue, he sat at the Lord's table in a great hall, oversaw the boyar's estate, and stood at his side when in the centre of a shield wall in battle. Sales one focus in riding, two handed, one attribute in social. Urban traders, free farmers, yeah, the boyar's companions. That goes with what our original thing was. Right, as a child, you were notified for your brawn and two-handed and throwing. I'm not good with two-handed. I prefer a shield. I must admit, I do like myself a shield. Your attention to detail, your aptitude for numbers, your way with people, your skill with horses. I think we're going to go with brawn. Because Thrawn, I think us having a shield... Because we'll go with the Stygian background and have like maybe a shield, axe, and some javelins. That could be a good way for us to go. For the battle-wise. Like, all village children you help down the fields. You also... Smithy would give us two-handed. Again, I don't want to be repair projects. Gathered herbs in the wild. Hunted small game. Sold product at the market. Herded sheep. I think herded sheep would go best for the type of character we're planning to build. So as young, we were fleet-footed youths, took to the village sheep, goat and cattle and graze pastures near the village. You were charged with chasing down stray beasts and always kept big stone on hand to hurled at lurking predators if necessary. Actually, that goes quite well with the type of character we're planning to build. So as a youth, we're given that job. Right, war-torn Calderia, especially in the frontier tribal areas, some women as well as men learned to fight from an early age. You trained... So we managed to pester our father enough to give us some sort of training. Trained with the Hearth Guard would give us a polearm. Okay. Yeah, that would leave room for one javelin if we had a spear as well, but... Technically, Vikings did fight with spear more than they fought with axe. It's kind of like our TV that sort of got us seeing them as axe wielders all the time. Like, the Vikings basically almost always fought with spear. The rich ones would have swords as well. But, yeah, spears were the main weapon of war. They were like, it was on the battlefield, it was often a downgrade to have a sword. A spear was a big advantage. And the only reason swords were more popular is because you can just have it in your sheath, you can wear it in your day-to-day life, you can walk around with it. It's not a hindrance to have a shield at your side. Whereas having to walk around with a spear all the time, that's, yeah. So that's why a sword was seen more as like a nobleman's weapon of self-defense. He's just walking around, going about his day-to-day life. When an assassin appears, like, aha, I've got a sword, it's not been hindering me all the time. A spear was, or especially something like a polearm, a halberd, a billhook, something big like that. That was seen as a weapon of war. It was much better. You knew you were going to get into a fight. Same thing with armor. Like, a nobleman wouldn't be going around in his day-to-day life in a full suit of armor. He'd just have his sword. But if he was going to the battlefield, full suit of armor, you know you're getting into a fight. You're taking your best weapons and your best, like, defenses, which was like full plate mail, like big two-handed weapon. Yeah, that's... It's just not practical for day-to-day life to get that done up. Kind of like going to a party. You're not going to sit around in your lazy days off, like all done up nicely as though you're going to a party, are you? It's the same thing. Right, anyway. In Calderia, especially in the front... I got distracted talking about spears. In the western Calderia, especially in the frontier, he stood guard with the garrison, rode with the scouts, trained with the infantry. Joined the skirmishers. I think maybe we snuck away, and maybe we had a friend who was in the infantry, like a lowborn friend who was in the infantry that didn't have the same sort of snobbiness around us, and we snuck away and we trained with them. Yeah, that'd be a good sort of thing for us. Okay, so trained with the infantry. Also gives us the one-handed up a bit. Because I do want a one-handed skill to be good too. In your young adulthood, before you set out life for adventure, your biggest achievement was you defeated an enemy in battle. You led a successful manhunt. You invested some money in some land. You hunted a dangerous animal. You had a famous escapade in town. You treated people well. I think defeated an enemy in battle. Not everyone who musters for the levy marches to war, and not everyone who goes on a campaign sees action. You did both, and you also took down an enemy warrior in direct one-to-one combat and full view of your comrades. So, I don't know, something went down their pass, we're training with our friends, like there was a raid on the place we're staying in, whatever, the village, the town, whatever, and we defeated an enemy combatant one-on-one in full view of some prestigious people. They gave us some renown, some valor, yeah, and proved, and we were slightly better. And also gives us more vigor, which is probably going to be our main stat for this character. I was forgetting about vigor, control, endurance. Oh, we could do more endurance though. When we level up, we'll level up endurance. But yeah, vigor 5. Right. Like many families in Calderia, your life was upended by war. Your home was ravaged. Maybe this is the same time we were just talking about. Our home was ravaged by the passage of an army after army. Eventually, you sold your property and set off with your father, mother, and brother, and 2 of your younger siblings, to a new town you'd heard was safer, but you did not make it. Along the way, the inn at which you were staying was attacked by raiders. Your parents were slain, and your 2 youngest siblings were seized. But you and your brother survived because... Now, that'd give us vigorous 6, but it would give us some endurance and one-handed. We beat them in combat that would suit our character too, just being that we're a really good fighter. You drove them off with arrows. I'm not planning to be an archer. You rode off on a fast horse. You tracked the raiders. You organised the travellers to break out. That could have kind of be, that would kind of make sense too. But basically we're just going to put on that we're really good at fighting. It's going to be this character sort of thing. And yeah, so that'll give us some endurance. Well, not endurance, but athletics, which we really could do with being higher. First couple of points we're going to get is definitely going to be going into this to get it up to 3. And then maybe 4. And then maybe we'll get everything else to 3. Right, yep. We subdued a raider. So we managed to fight off and beat one of them. Ragnar! Let's, yeah. Veta. No, we'll go with Veta. Veta the mercenary. Looks like we're starting off with a spear and a sword. Difficulty freebooter. That's the... Yeah, we're going to go to Bannerlord difficulty. Everything's set to realistic. I was trying to remember, there was like, I know there's a difficulty I play on. What one was it? And it goes really well with the narrative sort of side of things. Right. Start game.
Sister, it's been 3 days now we've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue our brother and sister? Are we up for a fight? This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush up on our skills. The practice could come in handy when we catch up with the raiders.
Right. Here's a decision here. Narratively, I want to do the tutorial. But I don't want to waste time doing the tutorial. Because it just basically, when you finish it, it basically just resets the game. And it's as though nothing happened. You do get to keep, the only thing you get to keep is the skills your character gets. So I think if like, in the fighting, you maybe, like, when you land some blows and all that, your character can gain a wee bit of skill. And think of it as Skyrim, like, boom. Your, like, swordsmanship, like, well, one-handed leveled up from, like, 49 to 50. You can get something like that from the tutorial, but everything else just gets reset. Your money, your skills, everything at the end. So I think... But it does have some nice little narrative points in it. But I think we've done it before. I'm just going to skip it. Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, we'll just split up now.
Alright then. Let us split up and look for the little ones separately. I'll send you a word if I find them before you do. One other thing, sister. We want people to take us seriously. We may be leading men into battle soon. Let's give our family a name and a banner, like the nobles do.
Yeah, so we skipped the tutorial, went straight into this. And also, we just found a mysterious artifact. Oh, narratively, skipped how that happens, but yeah. Tis hovering. Tis heroving. Veto das hovering. Sounds... I don't know. Ah, well done. I can't think of anything better off the top of my head. Alright, so what should we make our banner? What colour should we be as well? Right, we're mercenaries first and foremost, so let's think of what mercenaries would want on their banner. I think that kind of looks a lot like a mercenary banner, but kind of obvious as well. That reminds me of like the orcs. Not the orcs, the ogres is what I was thinking. Feels like this is a big decision, but in reality it's really not. It's really not. Yeah, I think just going like the black and then the axe sort of suits our mercenary sort of tendencies. It's straight to the point. Black axe, right. So we're set off, we're separated from our brother. We're just going to play it as though the tutorial wasn't a thing. Because I was thinking about just quickly explaining everything that happened in the tutorial. But, nah, we'll just play it narratively as though we just split up with our brother. He's going to go see if he can find them. And we just happened to find a special artifact just there. So, right, one-handed. Handling one-handed weapons. Your formation. 50% damage. Shield bashes. I think we'll go for that. Two-handed, we've got a skill up 2. Wood chopper. We'll go for strong grip. And we've got a focus point to spend. Let's put it on. You know, let's put it on. Maybe we should put it into tactics, because we will be a wee bit good at that. We need to get cunning up to 3 actually as well. Alright. No quests as of now. We're going to need to hire our first few men. Maybe a few peasants. And then, yeah. Equipment. So we can see we just start off with some crappy clothes, a little crappy horse. We start off with a sword and a spear. Okay. What is our spear skill, actually? That's what I want to see. Polearm. Maybe we've actually got quite a lot of room to grow there. Let's jump into this village here. Let's see, there is 3 peasants willing to join me if I give them 15 gold each. Okay, there's 15 gold each. Boom, done. We don't have any food though, so we've got to make sure we've got enough food. Grain, we've got a wee bit of grain. Buy a wee bit of grain from them. Tick that so we don't sell it by accident somewhere. Alright, so we're up to, down to 898 gold. We're going to have to be careful with our gold. Oh wow, we're going to make this part slightly longer because I just realised we're nearly half an hour in already. We've not even actually done any playing. Yeah, it's all been narrative setup. Like, this is the first part's important. If you're playing very narratively, the first part's important for establishing that narrative. So we've got ourselves the first of our troops, 3 little peasants from the village of Tiva joined us. We've spent 102 gold. We've got 898 of our starting funds left. You know what? Let's head back towards our Stygian roots. We're pure merc through and through, but we're going to recruit troops that we feel like our character's got no experience. Oh, that's a lot of looters. That's a lot of looters. And we should also look at a village somewhere, see if we can get our first job. Or here. We'll take a look in here, see if there's a mission. Whoa, get in there! Whoa! Managed to escape 16 looters just, because I don't think we could take on 16 looters right now. And we'll get 4 more little people to join us. Let's see, this guy's got a mission. Overpriced, that's more of a trade mission. Actually, I'm going to want to wait in here a wee bit. Actually, is there... No, there's no tournament. Come on, looters, leave! What are they dithering there? Leave! Now there's 2 units that I've got to be wary of! You know, let's go this way. Good, we got out this way. Right, there's no mission here. And I don't have the money to buy horses. I really wish we did have the money to buy some more horses. And I don't really want to buy more troops, because that's going to make... At the moment, we're already having to pay them 14 gold a day. And I've got no income. So, yeah. That wouldn't be a good idea right now. There is a mission here. We'll go in and see if it's something... This guy, artisans can sell their product. Yeah, nothing really. Nothing really a mission worthy of us. If we could find some looters to take on. Oh, there's 8 looters, we might take on them. Deliver the herd to Cheras. We may do it. Because we're mercenaries. We could do some money. Deliver the herd, that's not too bad a thing for mercenaries to do, is it? Yeah, we're just a group of peasants at the moment. We're not really much in the way of mercenaries. Though I do want to try and take on these guys first. Oh, we're faster than them. I think we're just faster than them. Nah, come on, catch them! Catch them! Catch them! We'll get our first little battle! So yeah, this character...
For a fight.
We're not looking for it, well... We'll do this one in a second. I just wanted to point out as well, I think this character is going to be a grey character. So obviously we're already a merc, so being a Goody Two-Shoes character is already off the question. But I don't think we're going to be like a bastard. Like as in an evil bastard. I think we're going to be just like a grey character. So like if the money's right, we're not going to ask too many questions kind of thing. And we're going to have no qualms about killing someone that's wronged us. And that sort of stuff. But yeah. Neither am I if you surrender. Otherwise, I am looking for a fight. You'll never take us alive. Oh, I know. I know, I'm counting on it. Attack! Right, I've got my 7 little peasants. Follow me. I'm trying to remember the buttons now. Follow me, men!
Have at 'em!
Charge! Oh, they're throwing their damn rocks. If I can, yep, they're spreading up a wee bit. That should mean my men can take them out piecemeal. Especially if I get a good amount of damage on them. Come on, men, take them out piecemeal because they're getting distracted by the pretty pony. That went really well. I don't think we lost a single man. We took them down. We didn't even lose a single man. I don't think. We gained 2 points. No, we gained 1 point to our tactics, taking it up to level 2. We gained 2 points to our polearm skill, getting us up to 12, and 2 to our horsemanship, getting us up to 12. We killed all 8 looters. We didn't take any of them alive. And our Imperial recruits got all the kills. Nice. But we did quite a good bit of damage too. Let's see what we got here. We got some cheese. That's worse than mine. That's worse than mine. That's worse than mine. Just double checking this is all worse. We don't have gloves. We'll put on those gloves. That's good. We're not going to get rich killing little bands of mercs like that, but it'll pay the bills at least initially. Right, let's go back, see if... Oh, that mission's gone. Wait, there's a mission here now. Let's see what this mission is. Also, we can sell the junk. For 244! We've made a wee bit of profit. That's good. We've now made 104 gold this part, and we've also got 7 more men, and we've got a wee bit of food. Actually, we could do with some more food. Right, again, here, look at this. The Imperial Villager Recruit. Now, at the beginning of the part, we were saying how we weren't going to be recruiting the noble troops. They're like the noble troops of this faction. So we are not recruiting any of them whatsoever. There's no way that one of these sort of up-and-coming soldiers would be like, well, look at this little pleb. Why would I join them? I've never heard of this family name before. They've got 7 peasants in tow. But another peasant would probably, yeah, sure. If you pay me, I'm coming with you. Like, as long as you keep my belly full. Yeah. I don't care who you are. You're gonna keep me fed, watered. Yeah. Pay me. A little peasant. Will definitely be happy with that. Right, there is a mission here. Needs tools. I'm not supplying this town with tools. It does not suit us at all. We'll find a mission soon. As we get more reputation and we start getting stronger, we'll find it easier to find missions. Especially when we can start undertaking some of the bigger town ones. And especially once we can start going to factions and being like, hey, you're at war. Need a merc. You need a merc. Want someone to fight your battles for you. Probably go to this village. We don't have any of these types of peasants yet, so let's recruit some peasants here, I think. Again, look at this. Battanian Highborn Youths. I would love, gameplay-wise, I would love to recruit these noble archers right now and start training them up towards being like the elite bowmen they can become. But this youth, this family noble youth, sees me coming, even when I claim, like, oh, I'm a noble family, this, that, and the next one is like, oh, I've never heard of you. Why would I, like, a youth, oh, no, they'll be wanting to join someone prestigious, there's no way. I'm just going to keep hammering that home. Right, battalion, volunteer, though. A little volunteer, a little villager on hard times. I'll offer him some food, some money, keep him, give him more money than he's seen in his whole life, kind of thing. Right, so we still have grain. Let's buy a couple of grain, bits of grain. We've got more people to feed, so we're going to have to make sure we keep that up. We're going to hop in here. There's a mission too. First things first, though. Once again, these noble troops. Ain't no way they'd want to join me. We'll take you, though. And we'll buy a wee bit more food. What's the mission? Access to the Elfhill Commons. I'm not sure what this mission undertakes. Let's just talk
Well
to them.
now, stranger. Peace to you. What is your name?
My name is Veta. Who are you? In the land around here, I speak for many of the people in the village. I will remember your name. I heard you need help with some problem. I have a bit of a dispute with Ilfrhelm. I recently purchased the right to graze cow in the nearby pastures from a landowner there, but now some herders are making some problem. What is the problem? They claim that I don't have the right to graze there, that the village land cannot be bought and sold like that, but I took this... But, look, I spent my silver. I won't get it back. Meanwhile, I can't afford to wait. I need someone to ride along with my herdsmen and cattle, and my cattle can graze one way or another, even if it means violence. I can't let my herd just starve. Any other way? You or one of your companions with 8 men. We don't have any companions right now. With 8 men should do the job. Either way, I'm willing to pay you 350. I doubt they'll stand up long to real warriors. We're not really real warriors ourselves right now, but this guy's willing to hire us as though we are real warriors. We are definitely going to take him up on his offer. I think one of my companions and 8 men can do it. We should be able to do it. Even though I've only got 10 odd peasants, I can get you. Herdsman to the pastures. Right, boom! Take a walk through these lines. Right, so these 3 men here, these are the herdsmen. We need to protect them. So they're probably going to come under attack at some point by So we're just going to click on them. We're moving the same speed as them, so we'll just follow them. Step play. They're grazing there, nice and safe. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to... Right, don't get involved in this. We've grazed our herds on these hillsides since the father's time. We don't care if one rich bastard gave a couple of bags of silver to another rich bastard, and we don't care about titles, deeds, or courts of law, or any of that. Custom is custom, and we're not going anywhere. Calm down, you're right. No one has the right to sell your ancestral lands. These herdsmen can take their cattle elsewhere. You can take your grievances to your lord, or whoever sold you the land. The law as a buyer has rights, and you need to clear out. Now, whatever you think about the morality of what's going on here, like the person who owns the land in the eyes of the law, or the person that's been using that land since his ancestors' time, I'm not here to judge. I am here to say I've been given money to take a side, and our character's grey, so they're going to take the side that gave them money. You can take your grievances to your lords. We will protect our lands, and I will protect my money! Attack! Right, everyone. Charge! I'm horseback, so we're going to use our spear. We're going to be using our spear a lot more than I anticipated, probably. But we'll narratively do it that it makes sense for our character to be using their spear right now. Because of the reach. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well. This is really not going well. Now, try and use our horse. That's our one advantage. I really wish we had a ranged weapon. Ow! That did not go well. This battle all comes down to us. This is our first mercenary contract. I don't want to fail. This guy's on his own. That makes him an easy target. There we go. We got the Battanian peasant. I wonder how many of our men are dead and how many are just wounded. 350 gold this quest's worth. Yes! We gained the level. Half my health's gone. Ow! They're damn rocks. Got another one. Come on! Ow, damn rock! Oh no. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, 69 damage. Nice. Nice. Ah! No! We lost the battle.
They will remember this!
Defeat! Quest failed. Oh no, we've been captured. We've gained a level though. So we've suffered a first crushing defeat. Ah. I thought that battle was going to be relatively easy. I thought we had it in the bag because we had the three peasants that were allied to us, and we had 10 of our own. And then we had me. So we had 13 peasants. They had 12 peasants. So I thought the peasants would basically cancel each other out. We had a 1 peasant advantage. And then we had me on mount as well. And I did some damage and took some stuff down. I didn't expect all our peasants just to get boom deleted really fast. Swings and roundabouts. We just got a wee bit unlucky, I think, with our peasants on peasants. And then... yeah. Right, anyway, so we got a free skill point to spend. Let's put it... we're all going to be a leader, so we're going to need a point in leadership at some point. Let's say pop it there. We've had our first taste of leading men in battle, so that makes sense narratively to do that too. Oh, there we go. I thought we were captured, but we're not. We're... yeah, failed quest. Right, we're in our ancestral homeland now. Now look, level 2 troops again. We're not going to recruit these guys because I think they see one random person on horseback coming into town. they're not going to be like, yeah, I'm joining them. Plus, they're damn expensive. We're just going to get a couple of the Stygian variety of basic raw recruits. Eight looters. Oh, we need to avoid them right now. And I very much doubt draw animals. Yeah, that's not really going to be for us. Recruit troops. Train troops. Now, we could do that one. We could very much do that one. Oh, we're out of food. We are out of food. Buy products. It's expensive as well, food there, but we're out. Yeah, our health's only at 29% as well, so yeah. But I do believe that this will be a part. I hope you have all enjoyed this. Join me all next time. I shall see you all there. Bye. Bye.